Can AI be your health and fitness coach? The answer is yes, for some people. AI might be exactly what you need to break through the knowledge gap of how to train, what exercises to do, how to eat, how to balance your macros, how to recover. If you can't figure out what to do to the gym tomorrow, no problem. AI can do that for you. Do you need a 30-minute meal with solid macros? AI can nail that too. But if your real struggle is motivation, lack of follow through, lack of consistency, AI is going to be just another shiny distraction. If you already know exactly what to do, but you can't remember the last time you had a solid month of training or eating well, AI is not going to help you. In this episode, I'm going to break down how AI can build you a full health plan in just seconds, like literally seconds. It's absolutely crazy. But also, what is going to completely fail you unless you make one critical shift. And I'm going to tell you exactly how to make this critical shift. Because we need to be honest, lack of information is not the problem with your health, with your nutrition, with your sleep, with your habits, with your routines. It's not lack of information, it is lack of execution. By the end of this episode, you'll know whether AI or a coach or maybe even something else is the right tool for you to use and to finally start following through, because your health is not static. You're either building it or you're losing it. There is no in between. So let's go. My name is Aaron Shaw. I am from HealthSpan Physio Coaching. I'm a concierge health coach, certified strength and conditioning specialist. I'm an occupational therapist by training. I've been doing this for almost 30 years. Next year will be 30 years in the health and fitness space. I love talking about health span, about performance, about not acting your age because you are so healthy and fit and so vibrant and able to do things that people question your age, which is perfect. We all want to be around for our family, but it takes some effort. It takes some science, and it takes the effort of ignoring fads and being consistent and building habits. And that is exactly what I do with my coaching clients, all of whom are incredibly brilliant, super smart people, but we all need support from time to time. I'm going to break this episode into 3 quick sections. 1, what AI can and cannot do for you. 2, the critical shift that most people need to make regarding their health and artificial intelligence. The third section is going to be one thing. What is the one thing you can do today to help you know whether using AI is the next step in meeting your health and longevity goals? Section 1, let's dig into this. What AI can and cannot do for you. AI is absolutely incredible. Hopefully, you are using this now. If you're listening to this episode, I'll assume that you've probably poked around with it at least a little bit intentionally, sometimes maybe not. It's in a lot of our wearable devices now, so it's in our face. It's on all the search engines are using it now. It is crazy. It is mind-boggling what it can do. If you're not sure how to use it, try this. And this is specifically for your health and fitness. Go to your favorite AI platform, and I'll say ChatGPT because it's kind of like the OG. There's several other ones out there now. Write in, this is my age, this is my sex, this is my health goal, this is the exercise equipment that I have available, this is the time I have available to exercise. Maybe it's 15 minutes, maybe it's 30 minutes. The days you have available, maybe it's 3 days a week, 30 minutes. And tell it to build you a preparatory phase of training that lasts 4 weeks. It can spit out a 3-day-a-week training plan for you, and it will be remarkable. Even when you put the limitations of whatever equipment you may or may not have access to, it will give you something that's probably pretty good. If you want to be even more detailed about it, you can say, follow the exercise guidelines of the National Strength and Conditioning Association. It's one of many associations out there that dig into the science of exercise and fitness, and it will pull up information and give you a pretty darn good starting point. You can ask AI to give you a personalized grocery list based on your macro goals. It will develop a custom sleep plan, a custom routine for your unique needs. And it is absolutely crazy. So please, if you're not already doing this, please at least play around with AI, regardless of your health and fitness, where it is and where you want it to be, but explore it because it can be a great source of information. But speaking of a source of information, you could have gotten a lot of that information from a book or a PDF, even a PDF from like 20 years ago. The fundamentals of exercise and nutrition, the science is always evolving and kind of getting more detailed, certainly more detailed than 20 years ago. But the information, access to information has always been pretty easy. Maybe not as easy as it is now. It's not in our pockets or on our smart devices or on our laptops, but we've had access to information for a long time. So access to information isn't really new, especially if you've been curious about health, wellness, fitness, longevity, health span. The information has been available. It's just fancier now, and it's certainly way more robust and can give you a ton of information. I would argue almost too much information, but it's there. So if you have no problem with execution, if you have no problem with following through with directions, if you have no problem doing what you're told, then AI is perfect for you. You are going to be golden. Just practice inputting information into ChatGPT and have a conversation with it. And it may feel weird that you're having a conversation with artificial intelligence, but keep asking it questions, keep challenging it, keep kind of molding the information, and you may get a pretty damn solid exercise program. And if you are just looking for directions, how many sets, how many reps with the exercise equipment that I have available, perfect. If you got a wearable device, even better. I use a Whoop, sponsored by you, but I use it, wear it all the time. I've been wearing it for years now, and it gives me suggestions every single day. Every single day I wake up, I put in my little morning journal, which takes about 30 seconds to do, tells me how I slept. I get a sleep score, which is not uncommon for a lot of these wearable devices that you wear overnight. And it will tell me what a good workout will be based upon my sleep and based upon not just my sleep and my activity from yesterday, but from weeks of activity. So it's always accumulating information and kind of give you super detailed, super personal information. And if I don't like what it tells me, it may say, "Hey, today's a good day to lift some weights." I may say, "Oh, actually, today I'm not going to lift weights today. I'm going to go for a ride." It'll pivot and it'll say, "Okay, here's the type of ride you should do based upon the information of your physiology today." It is great. However, and this is a big however, here's what AI cannot do for you. AI will not nudge you when you skip a workout. It won't adapt when your knee flares up or your shoulder flares up or you're getting ready to work out and suddenly your kids are sick or you've got a 45-minute workout plan, but all of a sudden your day's falling apart right in front of you and you've got 15 minutes right here, right now, as opposed to 45. AI is not going to be able to navigate that very well for you. AI does not care if you follow through with instructions or not. We have to remember this here. It is artificial intelligence. It's not a real person. These systems are designed to spit out letters, spit out words that it thinks you want to see, thinks you want to read. That is it. It is not going to care whether you do something or not do something. Last Friday, I had a coaching call with a client who has been traveling internationally for about 3 weeks. Jet lag, can't get her system organized, and she's had a really 3 to 4 days of just could not get herself back on schedule. Didn't want to do anything physical, even though she knows she really wanted to. So we talked it through, we brainstormed it, and we talked about her energy and her nutrition and the details of her sleep schedule and trying to finesse how she can kind of get back on schedule. And we came up with a really specific plan. And this was not artificial intelligence, it was actual intelligence. But it was super custom for her. And with all of the stuff that we had talked about, there are certainly pieces of the science of exercise and jet lag and getting back on schedule, things that AI could have certainly helped her with. But what I ended up doing was giving her specific short exercise, short workout, brisk walk, body weight exercises, and I was going to call her before she was going to do this exercise, this workout, and afterwards. We were going to brainstorm and talk about how she was feeling through this process. AI, as of right now, will not give you a caring phone call to have a conversation and to break down how it feels to be navigating jet lag and not feeling very well, or a million other things you could be feeling. Now, you can kind of mark this point in time. Maybe at some point in a few years, you will have a custom voice of somebody or of AI that sounds like a caring person and it will say all the right things. If that works for you, sweet. Until then, my coaching clients have to hear my sweet voice because I really want them to succeed. So if you are self-motivated and genuinely curious about health and performance, AI is a fantastic tool. Absolutely crazy, absolutely awesome. The key words here are self-motivated. But if your biggest struggle is just showing up and sticking with it, AI is just another distraction. It's like scrolling Instagram, hoping to feel more fit, which I know a ton of people who do that, don't know what to do for a workout. They try to find an influencer. They find somebody who's either, looks great with a picture because they're either a young person and they haven't dealt with middle age yet or haven't had children yet, or they've been maybe on steroids or whatnot. Not everybody, but a lot of those people that are on the influencer platforms, if you will, that's not a great way for you to get fit. If it was, there'd be a whole hell of a lot more people with amazing physiques, but that's not the way it works. But let's dive into segment 2 here real quick. Most people need to have a critical shift. And you probably already know what this is. It's coming down the pike. The shift you need to make is this. We need to stop being a consumer of information, a scroller of information, if you will, and start being a builder of systems and habits. Build something as opposed to consume something. Knowledge is not power. I'm going to say that again, a little contrarian. Knowledge is not power. Applied knowledge is power. So here's a quick analogy. Let's say you have a young kid, a young child, and he is interested in learning how to play basketball. So there's a couple ways you can do help this kid. See if he really likes to play basketball. Teach him how to play basketball. You could hand him a book on basketball techniques on how to dribble, how to shoot. You could also throw him on Instagram and say, hey, type in basketball on Instagram, see what you get. See some pictures or videos of people shooting threes, people dribbling, some of the all-stars, some of the NBA, WNBA, whatever it is. You'll see that, and then that'll be great, right? Or you could say, check out YouTube. Why don't you watch some YouTube videos on how to play basketball? Watch a couple hours of YouTube videos on learning how to play basketball, learning how to shoot free throws. You could do all that. You will be giving that kid information. The kid can consume that information. Is it bad? No. You can probably tell where I'm going with this. An alternative to that would be give the kid a basketball. Give the kid a basketball, put him on a court, let him play. Let him miss shots, run, dribble, pass, shoot a three-pointer, shoot 50 three-pointers, shoot layups, shoot free throws, whatever it is. Learn by doing. Let the kid learn by doing. Too many people take the approach of health and fitness like the book method, the YouTube, the Instagram method, and just consume, saving pages, favoriting pages, saving more content, but they never step on the court. That's the shift. Stop hoarding information. Start collecting your reps. You can do this now. You can do this today. We know that most of us fall off track. Most people fall off track because there's a lack of accountability. There's no structure in their lifestyle. And when there's no structure, it makes things so much harder, which even for those of us who are living the life of a healthy, active person, when the routine is shaked a little bit, when you're on the road, when you're in a hotel, when life throws you a curveball and you have emergencies come up, even the best of structures will shift a little bit and it's hard to stick with things. But if you don't have any structure to begin with, day to day, last week, the week before that, you have no chance. You have no chance for success. Also, the barrier is that people don't have a plan, don't have a health and fitness plan that they actually enjoy. So if they absolutely despise it, if you absolutely despise a health and fitness plan that your trainer or coach or what you're seeing online, even what AI puts together for you, you don't have a chance. Maybe there's no resilience when life gets chaotic. There's no goal or vision that is powerful enough to come over inertia. I mean, I work with my clients and I really think about challenging them to think, what does success look like? Yes, I want to be healthier. Yes, I want to lose 5 pounds, 10 pounds, 20 pounds. I want to have more lean muscle mass. I want my doctor not to point his finger at me when I go in for an appointment. Those are all well and good. They're not bad, but I really challenge people to paint a really colorful picture of what 6 months from now looks like, 12 months from now looks like. What exactly are you doing? What activity are you doing? Who are you doing an activity with? What is your energy level like? What time do you see yourself going to bed? What is the future you doing right now in this minute? What is the future how is the future you behaving? Paint that picture. If you have that picture really detailed, you're so much more likely to succeed. So simply, I want to be healthier or I don't want to be overweight. Never enough. That's never enough. People get derailed by stress, skip one workout, which turns into like skipping all workouts, don't have a system to bounce back. You get the point. But that is why coaches and trainers or even accountability buddies truly matter. They reduce friction. They can help you course correct and really make sure that you're moving forward when life throws a punch, and it always does. My coaching clients are very intelligent people. They're professionals, very successful, tons of wisdom. They've either been athletes at different phases of their life, or maybe some of them have never been athletic at all, never been really healthy at all, but they're all super smart. They work with me not only because I can apply the nuances of health and habit science into their lives, but also because I can help them navigate real world challenges, obligations, stressors, roadblocks, mental barriers, complete absence of motivation at times. And when somebody has these barriers and certainly a complete lack of motivation, they are just stuck and just cannot make that first step. I'm not so sure that typing that into ChatGPT and saying, give me a loving pep talk, help, kick my ass right now, or give me a hug, or give me a high five, or pull me off the couch. ChatGPT can't do that right now. And that's where, if you do have a coach, a trainer, an accountability buddy, that can truly move the needle more than consuming more information. We have to remember, you are not maintaining your health today. You're either improving your health today or you're losing health today. It's as simple as that. There is no static. Physiology doesn't work that way. You don't just stay the same, sadly. And it maybe the closest to staying the same, you can think back to maybe when you're in your late teens and 20s, early 20s, maybe you're staying the same. Maybe you've got a little tiny bit of grace there. But if you're like me and you're in middle age, there is no grace. There is no grace. It is not fair. Send your complaints to somebody else, but that is just the reality of the situation. If you have not done resistance training in the last 48 hours, you're losing muscle. If you are chronically underslept, your hormones, your energy, and appetite, your cravings, all of that's going to suffer. If you sit too much, your cardiorespiratory status is going to decline. You will die younger. Hard stop. So every day there is a trade. We either build resilience or we build fragility. There is no neutral zone. The clock is always ticking. And man, such a downer, right? Such like a buzzkill pep talk here. But here's the one thing you can do today. Let's switch gears here. So the one thing you can do today, you have the opportunity to pick something. You don't need to have a perfect plan. You don't need another app, but you do need to have a plan and a way to stick to it. And AI, artificial intelligence, with a little bit of practice, can build you an amazing plan. Amazing, super detailed, super custom. As long as you practice feeding it information, asking for more, being more detailed about your life. And again, hopefully you're not, if you're freaked out about sharing your personal information or your height and weight online, then this may not work for you, but it can give you a ton of great guidance and you will succeed. If you have a track record of being consistent with follow through, AI is all you need. You do not need a personal trainer. You do not need a coach. You do not need an accountability buddy. If you are somebody that just needs a calendar with a list of, here are the exercises, here are the sets, here are the reps, here's what to eat, here's when to go to bed, here's when to go see your primary care doc. If you just need those details, and if you are the kind of person that can just put that on their calendar or print it out or do whatever you want to do and unplug your brain and willpower and just say, today it says 3 sets of 8 of squat, 3 sets of 8 of shoulder press, XYZ exercises. And if you just need to see that and you will follow through, you are set. AI is going to be so awesome for you. Do not waste money on a coach or a trainer. You could also maybe think about having an accountability buddy. An accountability buddy is for those people who just need like a little bit of nudge, like you're really pretty good at following through with stuff, but every once in a while you just need somebody that's like going to kind of keep tabs on you. You could take that plan developed by artificial intelligence. You could hand that to a friend and say, hey friend, here is my training plan for the week, for next week. Do me a favor, call me on Friday and ask me how I did. So your friend has your plan. They can look at your plan. Oh, he's supposed to be doing squats and shoulder presses on Tuesday. So I'm going to, check in with him, make sure he did that. That's great. For a lot of people, that's all they need. Because then when you're kind of on that line, you're thinking, oh man, I should really do this, but I don't want oh man, my buddy's going to really kind of bust my butt if I don't do this today. So yeah, I'm going to get out and do it. Awesome. And then of course, there's getting a coach. There's getting somebody that can develop a custom plan for you and give you those, the hug, pull you up off the couch, give you a kick in the butt, whatever it takes. For my clients, I have some plans where I talk to people like once a month. others that I talk to several times per week. And there are plans and individuals like myself out there that will do all things in between, whatever you need. But the key is you have unlimited information at your fingertips right now. Unlimited. And your results will only come from implementing the knowledge that's available, the tools that are available. So AI is a tool, it's not a coach. Your phone is a tool, it's not a habit. Your health is either being built up or broken down right now as we speak. So please start being a builder of systems and habits, not just a consumer or a scroller of more information. If you're stuck, if you can't get out of your own way enough to get into the gym and actually do the things that you need to do, to eat the way that you know you should be eating, to change these things, is probably not from a lack of knowledge. If it is purely just, I'm not really sure what to do, dig into AI. If you kind of know what you should do, but you just really just having a hard time following through with it, AI is not going to help you. At least not yet. Not yet. You may be somebody that just needs to get rolling, get some support, get an accountability buddy, get a trainer, get a coach, get somebody, build you out a program, keep tabs on you, really kind of lift you up out of the hole that you feel like you're in, and then, send you on your way. Maybe it's 4 months, 6 months, and you're like, hey man, I got a routine going. Peace out. I know what I'm doing now. Rocking and rolling. That is great. So maybe the answer is a little bit of all of those things. A little bit of AI after a little bit of coaching. If you want to talk about building systems and habits that you can literally actually follow in real life and have real measured outcomes and actually a money back guarantee on success, hit me up. Send me a DM, tell you how it works. So until next time, if you're motivated, AI. If you don't know how to get started, get a coach, get a trainer, get an accountability buddy, or hit me up if you have questions. All right, here's your health.